What's going on, everyone? Matt here from the Matt Film Show. Welcome guys back to a brand new video. If you guys are new, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into it. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my review on Gran Turismo, the new film from Sony, and a new film from PlayStation Studios, which is a new studio that PlayStation is making, where they're turning popular video game franchises into films. The first one that they did was Uncharted back in 2020, last year I believe it was. I can't remember if it was in 2022 or 2021, but I believe it was in last year in 2022. Then they did The Last of Us show on HBO, and now they're doing Gran Turismo. I know they're also doing Twisted Metal for Peacock, and because I believe that one's also PlayStation as well. But they have so much movies and shows they're doing. I think they're also doing a show on Amazon Prime of God of War, and I believe they're also doing one of Horizon Zero Dawn. So I think both shows are going to be on Amazon and are being developed from PlayStation Studios. So they're getting their hands full. They're trying to make movies of video games now, because that's the new thing now, new thing in Hollywood, where a lot of video game franchises gets a lot of movies. We recently just got the Super Mario Bros. Movie from Nintendo and Universal's Illumination, right? So I guess that's a new thing now, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't think there's no problem with that. But now we're talking about Gran Turismo. I'm not a very big racing person fan, and don't play the Gran Turismo games. I remember playing a couple of the Gran Turismo games on the original PlayStation, on PlayStation 2, and I believe it was the Gran Turismo 7 that played on PlayStation 3. But I wasn't that. It's been a very long time since I played Gran Turismo, so I'm not really big into like racing games or stuff like that. But you know, I mean, I wanted to check this movie out and see what it is, and the film is about a player who wins a series of games, and he's sponsored by Nissan. And through his gaming skills, right, he's a gamer, and he's so into like this competition by Nissan that he's trying to win. And since with his gaming skills, he became so good with his gaming skills that he became a real life racer, right? And I guess apparently this is like based on real life events or something like that. So it's very, very cool to see. The film stars Archie Mamadikwi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right or wrong. Sorry I mispronounced his name. As Martin Bro. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. And I think he did a fantastic job. He's like the main character in this one. He's a gamer. And I think he did a very, 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 very good job. David Harbour is also in this from Stranger Things. He also played Red Guardian in the MCU. Plays Red Guardian, I should say, because he's coming back in Thunderbolts. Played Jack Steller. Orlando Bloom is on this. I believe he was also on the Pirates of the Caribbean films. He plays Danny Moore. I saw these trailers and I was like, oh, you know what? This kind of looks like another Fast and Furious ripoff, and they're trying to rip off Fast and Furious, and the trailers look pretty good. Not gonna lie, I was like, no, dude, I had such a blast watching this movie. This movie was so great from beginning to the end, start to finish. This film is a marvelous accomplishment. If you love video games, if you love the Gran Turismo video game, you love racing, you're gonna love this movie. Very, very, very surprised I was coming out of this film. So surprised coming out of Gran Turismo. Such a very, very, very good film. And you guys gonna enjoy it. You know what I mean? If you love Fast and Furious and you think this is another Fast and Furious ripoff, it's not. That's what I thought, but it's not. It's totally its own thing. It's its own separate thing. It's its own world. It's such a fun, thrilling film. You're gonna enjoy it. This film delivered. This is what I expected it to be. I like I said earlier, like I was talking about, because like, oh, you know what? Like I said, a ripoff, but no, it wasn't, man. So much fun. I had a blast watching this movie. Um, this is the second movie from PlayStation Studios. Second film movie adaptation. The first one being Uncharted, which Uncharted was very, very good, surprisingly. I always loved the Uncharted games. Kind of reminds me a lot of Indiana Jones. And the movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, I think they did such a great job with it. Hopefully there's a second one coming out. And hopefully they continue to make more Uncharted films, because I really enjoyed the first one. This is the second film that made a show. First one show being The Last of Us on HBO. And now they're doing Twisted Wizards coming out. Twisted Metal, I mean. And Horizon's coming out for I believe, for Amazon. I believe it's Amazon. And I believe Amazon is also getting God of War as well, which is very, very nice to see. I really hope that they do more video game adaptations from video games to movies or shows. You know, I mean, it's just like I said, new trend that's coming out. And when you think about these movies, you play the games, or they're like older games like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. When you think of what could they do with a movie like this, right? The Super Mario Bros. Movie worked. I was talking crap about the Super Mario Bros. Movie even before, because I was like, you know what? Mario does is run through levels, jump through the pipes, go down the pipes, you know, get all this. How could you make that into a movie? And Nintendo and Illumination, Universal, they made it work, right? And Sony and PlayStation, they made Gran Turismo work as well. They made Uncharted work as well. Uncharted, even from the beginning, I did not doubt Uncharted, because I knew Uncharted could be made into a movie. I kind of find it similar to Indiana Jones. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, and I found out Uncharted was very similar. So when you get movies like this, I wonder what they could do. When you have the right director, the right people working on it, the right script, anything could work once you have the right people. And for me, Gran Turismo worked from start to finish. Worked so well. Very surprisingly that this movie worked very, very well. And I think that Sony and the PlayStation Studios, as the studio, that's what they're called for the movies and shows that they're doing. I think they've been doing very, very good. Uncharted worked. Last of Us show worked on HBO. And now Gran Turismo worked. I'm not sure how Twisted Metal's doing. I haven't watched it. But they've been going on a good streak so far. And that's very, very good. You know what I mean? And hopefully this good streak goes well. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. Very, very fun, entertaining film. If you like me who thought comparing this to Fast and Furious, do not compare this to Fast and Furious at all. It's its own thing, like I said. Do not start comparing this movie to Fast and Furious. Do not. Just think if it's just think it's a racing movie with an action adventure through it. For gamers, this is such a very fun movie. I really enjoyed the trailers, and I really enjoyed this movie. So, yeah, go watch this movie. If you guys are new here, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys like. Let me know if you guys have seen Gran Turismo or are you going to see it. I suggest you guys go watch it. You're going to have a blast watching this movie. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace out.